Oops, wrong camera.
Hey everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Oh, I've got this thing on the wrong setting. It would have been blinking maniacally. Still will a little bit. Anyway, welcome to the show, you two. Where is everybody tonight? I don't know. Did they not get the notifications? It's holiday weekend in the US, so maybe some people are on the road doing stuff.
And maybe we can use the night off too.
Hey, maybe we'll get off early today. Gee, I wonder what Sunday's show will be like then. It'll be interesting.
I don't.
All right. Well, at any rate, I decided I'm going to use again this cute little Enchanted Earth Oracle by Jessica LaHood. Going to be getting out my Fall Equinox deck to be using soon for collective cards. As we're heading into fall, and I'll tell you, the temperatures here, they've really cooled off, but they're very comfortable. Really, really comfortable. It's nice. All right. One more shuffle. I'm going to have Mr. O pull one out for us. They are right up light. Right. Sunny is here. So I'm sure Kara will make it. Or Sunny will leave.
It's what everybody did.
Oh no. Has everybody walked away?
Walk away.
Oh man.
Goodbye.
Walk away.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Oh man. Well, let's see what that's about. What number is that?
33.
Walk away. The keywords are goodbyes, alignment, new possibilities. I recognize that the closing of one door leaves space for another to open, ushering in new possibilities. Oh, you silly boy. Some goodbyes are good for you. The card signifies that it's time to turn the page on your current chapter and allow some space for closure. When one door closes, there's space left for another to open, ushering in new possibilities in your life. You're encouraged to welcome an ending in an area of your life to create space for opportunities and growth. This could signify a number of things, such as the ending of a romantic relationship, a friendship, a career choice, a living arrangement, or even a habit. Whatever comes to mind first is your intuition guiding you to understand what this card represents for you. The image of the stag looking back at the closed door symbolizes the completion of a cycle in your life. Looking back, you can reflect on and recognize the significant growth you have experienced throughout this journey. While this card nudges you to walk away, and goodbyes often evoke mixed emotions, it's important to recognize how important change is for not only your personal progress, but also your health and well being. Just as pruning a tree allows new growth, letting go of what no longer serves you allows you to focus your energy on renewal. And it's a really very close to world like card in the tarot. You know, the completion of something, to look at it and realize how much you've grown through the experience. The idea, too, that it can be bittersweet at times um, because you've got to say goodbye to this part of your life or people perhaps in your life. But you realize there's greater things waiting for you out there, and growth demands you open that new door.
Exactly. And it can be different for everybody. The sense of finding closure is not the same. Some people can't really deal with that the same way that other people can. Some people have to just totally walk away and try to really move on immediately. A cold turkey kind of walking away. But this card is a reminder that we all need it in some form.
Right. So that's what we have for the collective. It's a nice card. This is a nice deck. I like it. Good luck with that. Um, all right. So we're just going to keep moving along. And if people come in, fine. If not, we'll close the show early tonight.
I have plenty of things I can do.
Yeah, we got a lot of things to do anyway. So it's not a big deal. But
Hi, Kelsey.
Kelsey's here. Hey, you made it. Look at it's a very short list so far, Kelsey. Think everybody's off on holiday already or something. All right.
So I'm starting with Libra, who wants a general
General
reading.
reading.
It definitely is a slow day. Thursdays usually are.
They
Uh,
are, but not
we
usually
don't know
this
why it's
slow. We usually,
holiday weekend.
yeah, I think it's a holiday, but it could be other things. This time of year gets busy. People are going back to school. All kinds of things are going on. So, yeah, it might be.
All right, Libra cusp. You have the Six of Pentacles, which is upright, and it's shown up in some of our other card readings here or there. And then you have the Sun, which is upright. So that's nice. And then finally, another upright card, the Nine of Pentacles. I'll let you go first if you would like.
Well, I will. I did want to say one thing to Libra, though. I don't know if you're here, but if you watch it later, about that last reading we did for you, which was a love reading, I really kind of forgot maybe that you have been, in a committed relationship. So, I apologize if that was just a little bit off there, but I hope you could take some of that interpretation from the cards and, figure it out towards your current situation. So I just wanted to say that because I saw your post or your reply, on YouTube about that. So, okay, let's take a look at this for the general reading. You've got the Six of Pentacles here. And, well, you know what, though? Let me put this out first, Mr. O, because this is kind of a little different. We got the
It's the
cross here.
Cross and the Lady, which could be you or could be somebody you know.
So just to recap, it's Six of Pentacles, it's the Sun,
Hmm.
and it's the Eight of Pentacles,
Nine,
Nine of Pentacles.
right?
Well, most of this looks really, really good here. The Six of Pentacles is about balance and, a lot of give and take going on in equal measure. It just seems like maybe even financially things are a little bit smoother or, on an even keel, what you have enough to pay for what's going out. It just seems like things, if they're not already, they will be evening out for you and making you feel like things are more balanced now. And if this has anything to do with, your relations with people, it sort of indicates that too.
It could be that it too, indeed. It's definitely a good card all the way around. There's a sense of not only balance, but somehow like maybe a sense of a mutual cooperation, people helping each other out in the best ways they can, and not necessarily like equal trade, but really where the balance can comfortably come from them. And the sun itself just shows you're finding out things or you're moving towards a brightness. Maybe there's a new harmony developing in your life. Uh, like Banshee said, I myself maybe read this as just your past card reading as indicative of possibilities between any number of relationships, not necessarily your primary one. I was somewhat aware you have one or you've spoken of one, but regardless, this could just be saying things are going to better levels in primary and other relationships. That's the sun. I'll stop there.
I don't know. I'm
So
having weird
catch up.
things happen here. Hold on. What is going on with that? I don't get it. Hold on.
If I didn't know better, I'd say there was some Mercury retrograde lingering because
I'm
I
going to
had
reload my
some weird
page.
problems with file
That is
sharing.
so weird. It was like, it was weird. I would have to explain it to you later, but that was the weirdest thing I've seen. And it happened to me once before. So, Libra, with the sun here, it looks as though that you're going to be, it's really funny because the Lenormand tells a different story here. But the sun is indicating happiness and joy, and that things are moving in in a more, you feel like you're moving towards success or good times ahead. The things are looking up. And with the, I'm just going to throw into the Nine of Pentacles here because that indicates to me that condition, you feel really comfortable with conditions or will be. I'm just saying this is, I guess you asked for a general reading. So this is what's coming. Positive, happy times. And, it just seems like you're feeling very comfortable and secure right now.
You've kind of found your safe spot or your happy spot, or you found just a situation, or things have developed into that.
Hi,
Higher in
Namira.
the mirror, to where everything just seems to be uh, corroborating each other. To me, like it's equal that the Six of Pentacles strengthens the sun as the sun strengthens it. And so with the Nine of Pentacles, really, I think it's just saying you have not much to worry about. You're really going to be in your best spot.
So when I say the Lenormand, I only have one thing I can think of here, Libra, is that, there's you and there's the cross, which is sorrow, grief, disappointment, or, some long term worries. Is there something that you're holding on to that maybe you just need to let go of now? Our card for the collective, I don't know if you heard that when I read it, was talking about walking away and shutting a door on something. If things are looking up, it's time to maybe close the door on some of the negative things you might be feeling or any kind of long term sorrows and griefs that really are not serving a good purpose in your life. Focus on the joy and happiness of the present moment that's coming.
Indeed, it is kind of odd that the Lenormand
Yeah.
seems to be nearly an opposite to the tarot cards. So it could just be saying that, there's always going to be something that's more internal that you might have to work on or have consideration for. And in this case, it just might be any lingering, concepts that, still make you feel that all those positive things aren't there. That if you feel like maybe this positivity isn't in your life, then maybe it could be because there's still something you're holding on to that you can find a way to release.
And the only other thing, and I have to say it because Lenormand is the Lenormand and it's a different system, but when I see the woman and the cross, it could indicate visiting a cemetery, possibly going to a funeral. So I can't rule that out. I'm just going to throw that out there for you. This is the time of year anyway that a lot of people do visit the cemetery and, visit their loved ones. So it could just be that. But whatever the case may be, I have to throw that out there because there is
That's a
that
good point.
indication with that card. So
All right, Libra,
good luck with that. Oh, I
good
thought that
luck.
was empty. Ah,
And we'll move on to Lena.
Lena is up.
Lena wants the finances for the next 4 months.
Finances?
Yep,
Okay. Yep. Yeah,
I
I
think I'll
see
take
that
that.
earlier. All right. Excuse. Right. Okay, the first card we have is the Six of Swords upright. Hmm. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Hmm. And the Six of Cups is reversed. What you got to add?
The garden, the dog.
Hmm. Okay, so this is about finances.
Finances for next 4 months. Well, I wonder if maybe you're going to be moving things around uh, in a way to maybe, have a better outcome of some sort. The Six of Swords talks about movement towards maybe better conditions. And so this could be saying that there are things that need to move in terms of your finances. So maybe it could be about moving investments, but it could be about maybe finding ways to lighten your load in a financial way too. So maybe the movement is about finding more affordable housing or more affordable resources. Just the thought I felt when she drew that. I suppose there's some other meanings there too.
well,
Hi, Tara.
oh, Kara, you're here. I knew you'd come because Sonny is here. And you know what's keeping him here? Catnip bag.
He's spilling the tea.
Catnip tea bag. All right.
I've been loving your drawings that you show, Kara. Some of those are very
Yeah,
pretty.
I saw another one you put out there today. Yeah. All right.
Hey, Sonny.
So we are on Lena.
Right,
Okay.
finances.
And this
So I said maybe, movement of your financial stuff or something to.
Did you go through them all or
No, I
just do
didn't.
one? Okay. Well, because it's kind of weird here. I'm not sure exactly. I think there's a little bit of up and down that's going to be happening for you in these 4 months. I mean, it is 4 months. So uh,
Right, you can expect that.
I feel like, on one hand, at some point, you're going to try to move yourself towards better financial conditions. Is this a time where you decide either it's possible here that you have to let something go? I don't know if it's a job that's just not paying you enough, or maybe just let go of some things in your life you've been spending on that are draining you, and it's time to let some of that go. Um, but it seems like there might be something going on here, which I will get to. But I think you're going to try to move yourself in some way to better financial conditions. So either you come up with a good strategy for saving more money, or better use of your money, or you're going to, decide on a strategy to make that happen. For example, maybe, if I don't know if you own or are renting a place. Maybe you'll decide that you have to move into some place cheaper. Maybe you'll look for another place to live. I won't rule that out, but also maybe you'll be looking for another job or a second job if needs be.
Well, what troubles me, Lena, is the Knight of Pentacles
Right.
because the Knight of Pentacles is reversed. And so this may be indicating possibility in my mind of some external factors too that are slowing down the financial situation. So this could be industries or places of business having a harder time keeping their doors open or retaining their full work staff or things like that. So to me, that Knight of Pentacles says maybe things are going to slow down financially, and that could also be bad for you, which would, of course, make why looking for cheaper accommodations or more bang for your buck in terms of other things you have to pay for.
That Knight of Pentacles indicates a little bit of sluggishness. So I feel here that even though you're doing what you can to try to make your conditions better, you will encounter periods where it just seems like, you can't quite get there. Maybe unexpected bills pop up, or, if you were expecting a raise or something, maybe you do not get it. There just seems to be a slowdown with your finances, or a sluggishness that you're trying to really work through. And I don't know why the Six of Cups is here. I'm wondering if you had a thought on that one,
Well,
Mr. O.
is this looking like maybe this is like the past in a way coming back or something about the past?
It is.
Um, and of course, I'm wondering, of course, I know you've had problems with your mother, but would this be about maybe, not so much that maybe, and I'm sure, that's not a great
It is
consideration too for
about
hospital
finances.
bills, right? But I'm thinking of the hospital bills and stuff like that. But hi, Ari. Um,
Oh, hi, Ari. Get you on.
but maybe in this instance, the Six of Cups could be saying that you might need to call upon situations or resources from your past, or people from your past, friends from your past might be necessary to give you a hand or to help
And
you.
Shirley, I missed you coming in.
Hi, Shirley. You came in too. Whoops. You came in just before Ari, I
Yeah,
see.
I got it.
So, Lena, what I'm seeing as a greater picture is that there are some complications with finances. Some of this could be external stuff. Some of this could be your own attitudes or your own, abilities for something to happen.
So glad to hear that, Lena. That's great
Oh,
news.
I'm very happy.
Gosh, some of those
We were hoping,
cards were
yeah.
just so challenging. I was worried.
That was a serious situation.
So I hope she continues on the path to recovery. But now for the Six of Cups for me, trying to put it in this situation, all I can say is you might feel like this 4 month period mirrors a period you've been through before, if that makes sense to you. Whatever is happening here is something like
I
you've
like
been
that.
through it before. You've had to buckle down before because of certain situations, and maybe that's going to crop up again. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of here. So just be mindful of your money. Always move in the direction of, saving if you can, or, looking for better opportunities if that's possible for you here. Because I'm looking at the dog and the garden, and it's kind of indicating to me, I don't know, maybe a couple of things here. But one in particular is that, maybe somebody out there, maybe that I'm not sure whether it's at your workplace or maybe somewhere else, that might be not necessarily offering you a position, but giving you some tips or something on, maybe a hot job or some way to bring in some extra income or something like that. I feel like this is somebody you maybe will be talking to at, you run into maybe an old friend or somebody at an event or outdoors or something. Well, it could, no,
There's a connection, I think.
that's negative though, and this is not. This
Okay,
is not. I
fair.
don't feel that that's negative. I feel here this person is loyal and helpful. So, whatever it is, they're going to be offering you some advice. Maybe it's at work. If you're trying to get a promotion at work and nothing's happening, maybe somebody there can offer you some tips and ideas on how to improve your chances, to get a raise or to get a promotion.
It does look like some other help will come from a situation, maybe either advice or a tip, or telling you about something you didn't know that maybe you can take advantage of. Good luck with that. And good luck with your mom. I'm glad to hear she's feeling better.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that. Good question, Shirley. We will get to that. We are on Kelsey right now.
Kelsey.
Well, it's a short night, but thanks to the rest of you guys for showing up. Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you. Keeping us honest.
Keeping us working.
You're welcome, Lena.
We like to work. All right.
All right,
You're
so
welcome, Lena.
will Kelsey secure a job at Mosaic M Company for marketing internship. Oh, that would be wonderful. You just had that other interview. Yeah, that was, we've been talking about this, I believe. I see it. I'm on it. I'm going to use my neon tarot for your reading.
Wow. I hope that's good news.
I do too.
All right.
All right. And of course, if it's really vague, we will do a yes or no. Our first card is the moon. It's upright.
Oh, wow. Maybe they do want more information from you. Well, that was Shirley, actually. It's interesting. But we'll
Yeah,
talk about this, Kelsey.
everybody's looking for a job.
This is a little bit different. Oh,
Boy,
great. Well, it's great unless you're really unemployed and desperate, and then I feel bad for you, but I'm wishing
cherry
you
blossom. Hey.
luck. Cherry B, good to see you.
All right. Kelsey, card two is the Four of Wands, which is also upright. Nice card. Card three is the Eight of Cups, but that one is reversed.
So is that
Four of
the
Wands.
Four of Wands? Oh, and what's that reversed?
Eight of Cups.
Oh, hmm. Well, look at this though. Let's see.
The stars, which is usually good. Oh, and the letter.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes our Lenormand and our tarot don't exactly align, and that could be a time discrepancy, or it could just sort of be, we
Well,
don't know.
I think there's some good stuff here,
Hi, Shirley.
uh, positive and neutralish stuff. I mean, the moon has sometimes some unsettling energies, let's put it that way, around it when it's upright. But I think here you can go with your gut on this one, is what it's saying too. It might be hard for you to really figure out right now what's on their minds. So be aware that there is a bit of uncertainty surrounding this, Kelsey. Um,
I like that. It's the idea of mystery. The moon is about mystery. And so this is saying that to some degree it's still fungible. It's up for
It's
grabs
up for grabs
right
at
at
the
this moment.
moment. But the Four of Wands is here. My goodness. To me, the Four of Wands is a card of celebration, of happiness, of joy, of finding or creating a foundation for yourself. So I think, however this turns out, you're going to look pretty good, by the way you presented yourself and everything, and would prepare you for something better in the future. But I'm not ready to give up on this one yet, even though we have
The Eight of Cups
the Eight of Cups
reversed.
reversed here. Uh,
Eight of Cups reversed may be indicating that there's still something emotionally holding you to where you're at or making you not exactly ready to take another step forward.
Yeah, it's really weird because the Eight of Cups upright is a card of moving on to something that elevates you. Yet this one is reversed, and it's almost like saying you're kind of stuck where you are. Or what it might be saying to me is maybe there is something else that needs to be done before you can move into this position. I don't know if they're going to come back at you with some follow-up questions, or maybe if they want
Conditional
you for
things.
another interview. Maybe it's possible there's more than one candidate and you're really closely matched. I'm just throwing that out there as possibilities why we would get this card. Because when I look at the star and the letter, it looks like positive news is
Bingo.
coming.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
We
so
would
I
certainly
wonder,
like
do
to
we
hear
need
that.
to try? I hate to get a no after all of this, but do we need to try a yes now? Let's see
We'll
what do you
try a
want to
yes no.
do? Well, how do you feel?
I'm okay with it.
Do you feel confident with saying yes or no from what we see here?
I'm not sure that I do. I sort of see it as still being up in the air.
Yeah. Let's try a quick yes no and see what we get.
Righty. And we will both shuffle.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot to get you shuffle last time we did this. Sorry.
That's okay. It's still valid.
It is. It is. But I like you to get your hands.
Well, gee, Kelsey, we certainly would hope that you get this nice job.
I'm pretty optimistic about what I saw there, despite what this yes no will say.
It could be like a nail biter, like they're just going to keep you waiting until that final moment. Yeah. One way or the other.
Or it's possible they'll call you up with some follow up questions. I can't rule out, too, maybe something they tell you about the job if they offer it to you, maybe is maybe not quite meeting the expectations you thought they would. That's the only other thing I can think of as far as that Eight of Cups goes. But let's see how this plays out.
And it's wands, so you'll have to work at it. And it is the Five of Wands reversed.
Oh, wow.
You're going to have to kill the other candidate. You're going to have to like beat him with a stick.
No, no, no violence. But you know what that does say? That competition eases. And so you have to work at it. Maybe, what you did, if you did enough to show that you're better than their other candidates, you're going to get this job. The Five of Wands is usually a card of competition when it's upright, or arguments, quarrels. When it's reversed, there's a lessening of that. So it's possible, looking at those positive Lenormand here, that you have managed to stand out above any opposition. So, gosh, you really have to keep us posted on this. We
Yeah,
definitely want
it's a
to
nail
know
biter.
how this turns out for you.
Good luck,
There's a little
Kelsey.
bit of ambiguity, but I think maybe if you've put in the work at that interview and you feel good about the way you presented yourself, then wait and see what happens, and we wish you luck.
Fingers crossed. All right, we're on Kara.
No, we're on the mirror. Did I
Oh,
not?
I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. I am sorry. Sorry.
Whoops, and I didn't take what I did.
A general for Namira. Got it.
Yep.
Alrighty. I forgot. I am sorry.
All right. It's all right.
And I thought we'd be over by 7:30. Look at that.
Well, it's the way it worked out.
You're welcome. Here we go.
We'll still be done early. My goodness.
Oh, I agree. So while you're getting ready there, I will mention too that happy hour will be at its normal time, 10 o'clock,
10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Eastern Standard
Come and
Time.
get a single draw positive message or even from divine sources. Uplift your spirit and enlighten you for the week ahead. We will be back Sunday. That's the 31st, the day before the American holiday Labor Day.
So, Mr. O, are you going to work a less schedule next week because you got a holiday or not?
I work Saturday, so I
Oh,
make up that fourth day on Saturday.
oh,
Wednesday, Thursday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
I see. Because I
Yes, you
thought you said we had 3 weeks in a row of 10 a.m. Oh, because of your working afternoon Saturday.
yeah.
Okay.
She got it. She got it. Hi, Nicole.
Hey, Nicole.
Oh, you are not wicked late.
My goodness, you're wicked late, but we got a wicked short list tonight. So you are lucky.
The only thing that gets screwed up is me and her getting Gabby.
Yeah, we're talking about our issues here. What's your work schedule? What'd you throw it in? Did you throw your cough drop paper?
Yes, I
He
did.
won't eat it.
No, he won't.
Yes, he will. God, Mr. O, I gotta watch you like a hawk. All right. Ha! Okay, so it's just a general for Namira. We've got the Ace of Wands reversed. Oh, man. We have
Thanks, Kelsey.
we have the Three of Swords upright. Good. I hope it works out.
We
I'm
wish you a lot of luck.
feeling confident for you, Kelsey. Good luck with that. Well, and another ace, and this one is upright. Hmm. A little bit of up and down here, in this reading, but let's see what the Lenormand will add.
Dog.
Oh, dog is back.
Snake.
What?
And it precedes the dog.
Okay. Um, so the Ace of Wands indicates a difficulty in getting something off the ground, either something started or something restarted. Whatever the case may be, it just seems like there's at best delays, and at worst just it's not going to happen, whatever it is. So anything new that you want to start or anything that you want to restart, maybe just the timing isn't right.
Yeah, it looks like a timing question for sure. It could also be that maybe you might feel like there were certain resources you might have had that poop out on you. Those resources could have been the support of people that maybe had a skill or a talent that was going to help you, or maybe just some other kind of resource that you thought you could count on, but it didn't work out. It either broke or it ended early or something like that. It's causing a delay in this project happening.
Okay, and then we have the Three of Swords here. Now, this is a general reading, so they don't have to all be together. But I'm
Right.
going to read it together and then I'm going to read it separately, Namira. I think here that whatever this is that you were hoping to restart or start doing and you can't do it now is very disappointing and making you feel really sad. Don't get too locked into that feeling of sadness. I mean, we all feel disappointments in life. Go through and just try to sort out what went wrong and where do you go from here, and feel the feels, but let's not get carried away. We oftentimes fall into the disappointment rather than looking at the whole episode, whatever went wrong, as a means to create something better in the future, to learn from that experience. I'm going to do it separately real quick and just say there's possible, in the next month or so, you are going to experience a heartache, whether it has to do with this or something else. It could be about a broken relationship. It could be about anything that causes you to feel sad and grief.
I think it is about a relationship of some sort. And it could be that maybe there's something that really separates you in this relationship. So it could be a place you work for, or a group of people you hang out with, or another situation that isn't necessarily a direct one-to-one relationship. But it could also be that too. The Ace of Wands may have indicated a new friendship starting up, not necessarily anything other than a friendship. And so it's possible that maybe it didn't really work out for some reason. Something separates that. But like I said, it could be another sort of relationship to you with maybe a group of people of some sort.
Another idea I can't rule out with that card is that maybe you're going to help somebody else who's going through a difficult time. If this doesn't resonate to you, like you don't know what it could be talking about, maybe it's going to be somebody else who's either going through a divorce or broken relationship, or maybe had a death in the family, something like that, lost a pet. It could be anything, where somebody just needs a little support and a shoulder to cry on.
Well, the reason I was feeling the way I am is because of what I see in the Lenormand. So look into that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'll move on to
Well,
the
I
next
agree with
card.
you, but I wanted to do that.
I agree with that. This is probably not related to that.
Oh,
It does seem, well, or maybe,
no,
I don't know.
maybe. I think you're right.
It's an ace of swords, and so it sort of indicates that maybe you find a way to put yourself into another project or another situation, another undertaking that looks like you'll have a better chance at being successful. So this could be applying for another job and getting it, or it could be finding more to do in a current occupation of some sort, a new project that maybe you get the green light on and is good. It really has a feel of like advancing you in some way.
Well, I could tie it into the first card a little bit by saying just that. Um, I think that whatever's going on here, now, if I tie them all together, I would say this: whatever's going on here and just doesn't seem to want to, you can't get it off the ground, whatever it is, it's causing you a little grief and sorrow. And maybe ultimately you're going to figure out a way forward. The Ace of Swords can be about clarity, insight, vision,
But
ideas coming to you. So maybe you come up with a solution to whatever went wrong here. I can't rule that out, but I will say this that, with this going on, it's only a part of your life. In some other area of your life, there's going to be a victory of some sort. There's going to be some success for you. That's why I was saying this reading is quite the mixed bag, because you have something going on here that's not working out right, but you also have something going on here that could lead to something good in your life. Fruitful ideas, solutions to problems, just full of ideas. This card is just like a brainstorming card of some sort.
yeah, yep.
And whether this is, lay down, please. Whether this is related to the Three of
Yeah.
Swords or not, the Lenormand does spell problems in a friendship or relationship, or maybe with someone you trusted. And that could be anything. I mean, when we take on good faith, for example, this is just an example. We buy a used car from somebody and we take them at their word that, oh, it's never been in an accident. Oh, it's in good shape. Oh, we haven't had repair problems on it. I mean, sometimes people betray you. And so this betrayal could be anything. I just want to throw that out there. It could be in a love relationship, it could be in a friendship, it could be with coworkers, or like I said, it could just be with somebody you trusted either some money to for a purchase or something like that that goes wrong.
Right. I was feeling that it was possibly connected to what we said in the cards there. It has that feel a little bit
A
like
little
that.
bit.
I think Banshee covered that pretty well, though.
Well, and I think here, so be aware, just be careful, who you trust in the next month or so. And make sure you have all the facts. For example, if you're making a purchase or people are trying to push you into anything, make sure you understand everything about it to avoid that situation.
Well, we're out of the Mercury retrograde, and you do have the Ace of Swords. So I think, it's just a matter of, thinking logically, trying to, probe a little bit if the situation is coming out.
So it's quite a bit mixed bag, Mira. I hope you got something out of that. I wish you luck with that.
Right.
And Kara is up now.
Hi, Kara.
And it'll be your decks for Kara. Oh,
Oh, I think it's going to be you.
oh, okay. Hey, you're very welcome, Namira.
You're welcome.
All right.
I don't even have an Oracle deck nearby. I don't think.
Well, you know me. Hey, let's use the thread bound again. Did I use that last time for you? I think I used something else, Kara. I think I used the enchanted one, maybe, but I'm not sure. But let's try this one. This one is interesting sometimes when you do top and bottom cards. Do you want to shuffle?
Sure. So Kara Shirley, then Ari, then Cherry, and then Nicole, and then whoever else shows up.
Well, uh,
There you go.
aside from that tarot deck I got recently, I just got another one that I've been waiting a year for. The Enchanted Creatures Oracle by M.J. Cullinane. Boy, wow. It is a real interesting work. That's all I can say. Beautiful artwork and her interpretation, she went way above and beyond with that. It's really awesome. I guess it was worth waiting for, but a year. This old lady can't be waiting a year for pre orders. She might be gone by the time the pre order comes in. So I won't be doing much of that in the future. All right. Yeah, it's like Christmas. It is. It's always Christmas here, he'll say with
I
me.
think that Angel Rivera would say that.
I'm sure Angel would. All right, I just got to double check and see if there are reversals with this one. Yes, there are. So we've got the five of paper uh, reversed, and the five of paper is cut. Cut. So it's the five of paper cut. And then on the back, I have the six of threads, which was upright, right? I just pulled it upright. So, all right.
We'll
So
ask her.
I can't. Unfortunately, I can't because I haven't explored it enough yet. I just got it. But Nicole, next time you come, it'll be ready for prime time. Guaranteed. All right. Okay, I found the six of threads. What was the other one again? Paper cut. Gotta find paper. Ah, here it is. Okay, the five of paper in shadow. The five of, and okay, so basically the shadow is about freedom, necessity, and survival. None of my cards. Come on. The five of paper is about a cut that was necessary for us to heal or survive by ending an untenable situation or relationship. Sometimes we must lance a wound and open it up in order to draw out infection, to clean it out, or cut growths out of ourselves, our stories that would destroy us otherwise. This process is never easy, but sometimes we must suffer a lesser pain in order to escape a bigger one. Alternately, this card in shadow can represent a betrayal or loss that is not final and has the potential for being reversed or healed outright. Well, that's interesting. Let's see. It's interesting about that last part of it where it says you might be able to heal this because what's your next card? The next card is the upright, awakened stitch. So you're going to stitch the cut back together again? Maybe. Let's take a look. Stitch is about repetition, rhythm, and technique. The six of thread is the stitch, the repetition of passing needle and thread through another material in order to transform it into something useful or beautiful. There are many different kinds of stitches, each one with a specific purpose, and it requires practice to become skilled at them. Sewing, embroidery, and other thread arts are repetitive tasks that can lull the artist into a soothing or trance like rhythm. This state of mind is useful for many things, such as meditative thought, or simply enjoyable on its own. This card indicates you're in a rhythm of some kind or need to fall into one soon. Just be sure you're doing the stitches right as you go along. Often there's a specific way to do something for a reason. It's what works. Well, I still think it means it's highly possible that if you've been on the outs with somebody, it's possible there is a chance to stitch things back together. He talks about creating something new, so that's the other aspect of it. If this is irreparable, it's time to stitch a new cloth. It's time to create something new in your life and better, than the one that you are leaving behind.
I like that. I'm not sure if it exactly correlates to Lenormand's I pulled. I pulled the birds, and so the idea of maybe
Yes.
some gossipy things happening. But here's the writer. So either you're writing to confront those or to heal those, or
I have a feeling you're move something is moving you and whoever this may be together again to talk, because that's the birds. So I don't know, it could get contentious. It depends, I guess. That kind of conversation, I don't know what I did with my wand. There it is. That kind of conversation could lead to whether this cut is going to get deeper or if or irreparable, or if it can be
repair.
stitched back together again. So that's what we see for you. I hope that made sense, Kara. It was an interesting reading. Definitely
That
those
was.
cards
Everything
fit
kind of worked out.
together.
Yeah.
So if it's not a person, the only thing I can think about here is, what do you need to leave behind that just is torn? It just doesn't work for you anymore. And or can you possibly make some changes and stitch it back together again and make it work for you? Or do you need to just create something new, go in a different direction now? So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Good luck, Kara.
I like this deck. I really do. I like all of his decks. They're awesome.
All right. Who's up?
All right. Okay. Well, good luck with that. Like I said, it could be maybe in it, not a person, but something in your life, but maybe even a situation that, can't be mended, or maybe you should try to mend. So I hope you can figure that out. Good luck with that. All right. We are on Shirley.
Hi, Shirley. And Shirley asked about a job or opportunity too. Well, get the job. I have my eyes on set at. It pays super well. They already sent me an email asking me if I want to add anything more to the team for experience or education to do so. All right, cool.
Can I do Shirley with the
Go right ahead.
horsey deck?
So three in a row
Oh, was it three or
because you
yeah?
did the one before
You can
Kara.
do your decks
So
afterwards.
Banshee's going to leave after this, and I'll do all the rest of the readings.
Hey, hey, hey! I just said your deck.
No, that's okay. We can't let Miss Banshee go away.
So that job that pays super well, that's the one we've been talking about recently,
Yeah,
right?
we're still
So
wishing you luck.
want to add anything more? Hmm. Well, I wonder if they're looking for more info.
Don't ask unless you really want to know, right? Well, they might want to see that you have something to add, so you may not want to not answer that.
Or you just might want to add a spiel again of why you think you're a perfect fit for the job, how your experiences match up, why you would be an asset. I mean, I know you do that at the interview, but sometimes you got to hammer it in with some of these people. Well, I don't like to see this. Wait for Mr. O to come back. He'll be just a minute.
Thirsty.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Don't
So
be.
I just want to make a mention that My Material Matters will be on a scheduled Sunday, holiday weekend or not. We're here to give the financial outlook for your week ahead. So check me out on Sunday. And if you have time Sunday morning, come join me in the chat. Love to chat with people while the video is playing. Okay. Can we move on?
Sure.
Okay.
Did you want to tell me what it is?
It's the Ace of Pentacles
Thank you.
reversed,
I
which I'm
couldn't
not
tell.
happy about.
I couldn't tell.
I'm sorry. But
It
the
should.
Page of Swords is upright. Wow. This is really interesting. And I think right on the money with your question, though, Shirley. The Magician is here as well, upright. Or with what they want from you at any rate. Let's take a look at what Mr. O has. Nice.
Stars. Fox.
Nice.
It's nice.
It is nice, but
Foxy lady.
why is the Ace of Pentacles reversed? So my advice is, or my thinking on this is that they're trying to put all these pieces together to see who would be the best fit for this job. I'm assuming they must have another candidate or two for this job. Maybe I'm wrong, but it just seems to me like something is still lacking and that they're looking for, I think.
Which could be what they invited you to.
That's why the Page of Swords is here upright. Maybe they just want you to reaffirm, they're right for this position. I think the Page of Swords is saying here it absolutely would be good to communicate with them more. Even if you don't have much to add, just, like I said, if you just want to say, well, I just want to add why I'm great for this position, blah, blah, and maybe just go over the points again with them. But, maybe hearing from you would help because the Page of Swords is about communication.
It's about tact and diplomacy. It's about kindness and maybe
Oh,
responding to things.
well, it seems like,
Sometimes that's just the way it is. I mean, even back when I was in the job market, it seemed like jobs took an incredibly long time to fill. I don't know what it is, with employers, doing that.
well, but they don't have, so they may not have another candidate right now. It's just you, but maybe they've been rejecting candidates or unable to find who they feel is qualified enough. So you really got to just do your sell job to them again and just say, how excited you are that this opportunity came up. Show enthusiasm, show excitement. Looks like, they're giving you another chance to do that, maybe. And finally, here with the magician, again, we could look at these together here. Because the bottom line is the magician is all about your skills, your talents, your abilities, your will and determination. They want to know how motivated you are for this position. They want to know that you are the right match and that you have the skills necessary to do the work.
In reference to the invitation to add something, you might want to couch it just in more careful terms that, you're sure you want to do this or something like that without saying that you don't have any specific ideas right at the moment, but say that you look forward to the challenge of being able to do this, something like that. Keep everything on the positive. I agree with Banshee all the way around, especially with the first card indicating maybe they're still thinking they need a little more, and the last card, the Magician, saying you really have this ability to do this, to sell yourself, to be that that person, the magician.
And I would just add with the fox and the star, that's a very positive sign for employment.
Yeah.
You may get some good
Yeah.
news,
This is
Shirley, and
very good
I
for
want to be
business.
the first to hear it. So, boy, you and Kelsey both. I'm really keeping my fingers crossed for both of you
We
because
wish you guys a lot of luck, both of you.
you have the star too. And didn't Kelsey have the star in the
I think
letter?
so.
You have
Yeah.
the star in the fox, and the fox is like a place of
Business.
employment or an employee. So, everything is looking optimistic for you getting this job.
I feel there's a lot of good luck in these cards, so I'm sure hope it works out.
Man, keep us posted. I wish you luck with that. Good luck. Maybe also if they're worried, like, I don't know if you felt, I should add this, Shirley, if you felt there was anything that maybe you were lacking that they were looking for, you might want to maybe reiterate in that letter what a quick learner you are, that you're willing to, you're more than willing to learn more skills and that you are a quick learner. I just thought of that. So, I mean, that's possible here too if they need that
And that you look
reassurance.
forward to adding to the team.
Sounds like, since they haven't had any bites or any good candidates in months, that maybe you are going to be the one for them. I hope so. I
Fingers
wish you luck with
crossed.
that.
And there's nothing more cool than finding out that, people thought, we helped them out or we gave them encouragement or we told them something they needed to know. So we love that.
All right. Oh, so that's what I did.
All right.
We are on Ari, I believe, and
Hi,
she
Erin.
wanted. I think she wants to know what she needs to know right now.
What does Erin need to know right now? What do I need to know right now?
All
All
right.
right. So at last they get to use cards. Well, I'm going to use my Ibis Tarot, the Egyptian colorful
I never
tarot.
put these away, did I?
Pretty colors. You're very welcome, Shirley.
Okay. We want to know.
Yes.
Hoping for the best.
You and Kelsey, we want to know. Mr. Maurice, when it comes up for him, things like that. It's just a part of being happy, knowing that, your living needs are met and adequate.
Well, you know what though? We can't always give you the news you want to hear, but regardless of that, we always wish the best for all of you. But we don't want to see anybody fail, and I would rather have my cards be wrong when I give bad news than they be right. But I feel like it would be doing you a disservice if I didn't tell you the bad news. So, yeah, I see what you mean, but you just have to wait.
Mhm. All right, so what does Ari need to know now, right now? And it's the Ten of Swords upright. Well, are we doing your reading? The one, two, three? I
No.
almost feel like we should.
No,
Okay,
let's throw them all out and
okay.
see. I wish you'd said it sooner. Maybe I would have thought of it, but
The second card is also, oh wait, Scepters are Wands, right? Scepters are
here
Wands.
back. I believe you're right, though.
Sorry. Yes, Scepters are Wands. So that's the Ten of Wands.
Okay,
That's still not
that's
the best.
different. Go ahead.
But
What's
the next
next?
card is the Eight of Wands reversed. So that's not the best
Well, you
either.
caught it. That's good.
I know. Got screwed up for a moment. Sorry. And then the final card is the Two of Pentacles reversed. So this is what you need to know right now. It's a little sobering, perhaps.
The Ten of Wands, did you? Yeah, it's upright.
It's upright.
Well, something is burdening you or bothering you, something is weighing heavily on you. If it's not a workload thing, if it's not anything at work, it could be, something mentally or emotionally weighing a little bit heavy on you right now. And, it could be causing some sense of not feeling. These two cards just fit together. It could be a sense of things just not feeling balanced in your life right now. Like you really want things to be more balanced and stable in a certain area of your life, and you're having problems achieving it. Maybe that's what this card is all about here. And so it could be financial. I know you've talked about getting the second job or getting more hours and all of that. And so it might be that that's troubling you right now and weighing heavily on you. I want to throw the Lenormand into this, but why don't you
Well, I
take a look
feel
at
that the
that?
Ten of Wands does indicate that you feel very burdened right now. You feel like it's more than you can bear at times. You just feel overworked in general, or like there are things that are hanging on you. One of them could be with the Eight of Wands reversed. Maybe you don't feel like you have a goal that you feel really good about moving towards. You just don't feel excited about movement towards a target or towards a goal, or you don't feel that that goal or that target is clear enough for you. And so you're losing motivation, or you're feeling like you're losing motivation. And then finally, with the Two of Pentacles reversed, it speaks for itself too. All of this sort of just chips away at your overall sense of balance. And that it's almost like a repeat of that card. You just sort of feel like things are out of whack for you, and you don't have a sense of clarity that you need very strongly right now.
So I think that is the key here. Instead of just trying to scatter yourself between things that a lot of different things. Focus on what's most important right now. If it is getting that second job, get that second job. If it's about getting in a relationship, then focus more of your attention on that. Of course, in this world, we have to have a job. We have to kind of divide our time up a little bit here. But the point is really your main focus should be on getting in balance what you feel is causing the imbalances right now. And let's talk about that further here because actually, I pulled that one first.
Mice and the tree.
Well, that just opens up a lot of area for me here. And again, whenever we see those darn mice, and Victoria likes to play around with the mice, um, it generally means temporary. These conditions are really temporary, and you'll work your way through this, ultimately. But it'll take some work on your part, and you will grow through this time period. But I'm also looking at maybe what is stressing you right now or what is causing this temporary imbalance situation, because the mice are about little things that add up and just cause some of the stress and grief you're feeling here probably in that 10 of wands right now. And so the tree indicates growth. So if it's financial growth you need to work on and get more balance with your financial situation, then focus on that. Another thing about, and it struck me a little bit here, another thing about the tree can speak of family, which also can speak of marriage. And I know oftentimes that's a lot on your mind as well, Erie. And so, if that's what's really causing the stress, this inability to find the person, you want in your life and to start having a married life, then maybe you do need to focus more attention there. Whatever the case may be, it's time to focus on what's really more important and seems to be out of balance in your life.
I can't disagree with what Banshee's saying. Sometimes when I look at the Lenormand here, I'm thinking that maybe this is just talking about your own family with you too, and that to some degree they may be part of the stresses you feel, but not in a big way because that's why you have the mice.
Right.
So it could be saying that, for what it's worth, you have to deal with your family because they are supportive or mostly supportive. They're not going to just throw you out and say, figure it out yourself. But it's a little bit frustrating. The thing with the Ten of Wands is probably bigger, and I think it goes more to what Banshee says, which is if your heart's desire, if your real true desire or goal is to move out first and foremost, then you
Excuse me.
need to figure out financially how to do that. But if it's really first and foremost what you really want is to find companionship, then that's what you have to focus on. It's just that's what it is. And so you have to figure out you can't be the servant of two masters. You can't work towards both ends equally if they're both that big in your life that you're going to have to make compromises.
Well, I agree. One other thing I just want to add about the tree and the mice is that, during times that are a bit unbalanced, this might also be a call for you to take care of your health right now because a slight sick spell could be coming. You know, I don't know if you work actually. I know you're at Wendy's and whatever, so you're probably in closer contact with people at a counter there. So if you are, and of course with staff coming in and out, the thing is be careful. There might be a slight sick spell coming. There's a lot of things that start to go around now that fall is starting to
Yeah,
set in,
the
and
flu.
kids are going back to school, etc. So just be aware of that too. That could be a minor inconvenience coming your way. I
True.
have to say that because it is the Lenormand, and the Lenormand touches on issues like that. So good luck with that. All right. Cherry Blossom is up.
Cherry blossom. What's coming towards me that I'm not aware of?
Okay.
Ooh, well, I think that's
You want
the
me to you want
deviant.
to do that reading?
Of course.
Okay.
You owe me two more.
I know. No, I meant but you want to do that reading first.
Oh,
Or which one?
the
Do you want to do
your reading,
right.
my reading. The
Well,
one
I said you want to do that reading instead of
meaning
saying
my reading, your reading.
yes.
Yes. Say what you mean.
We have here is a failure to communicate. Right side. Here, you want to get play with the Lenormand? No, you can't. You cannot. No.
Okay, so Cherry BS, what's coming towards her that she's not aware of? Card one. It's the Two of Swords. So what's coming towards you is a period that you may have to really set aside for thinking about a decision or an outcome and whether or not you really want it. And it could be really struggling for you in a way because it feels like there's equal but diametrically opposed things on either side of it that maybe could either weigh for or against it. I don't know that it's really about a decision so much about as a path you must take, a course you must walk. Um,
Two of Swords is stepping back. So what you need to know right now is you're going to be having to step back a little bit to make an important move or just decide whether to make an important move, choice, or decision, which way to go, what you should do. Something is coming your way where you're going to have to make a move or a decision, and you're going to really want to give it some deep thought. Give it its due diligence, deep thought. So, in other words, this does sound like it could be something major, but I guess we have to see what the other cards are saying. So, why is this important?
well, before I go there, it
Oh,
does seem like to some degree this is definitely a pause here because it almost feels like right now there's a stalemate of a sort going on. Why is this important? And it's the reverse Ten of Swords. Well, you may be able to really alleviate or undo some extreme actions that worried you or that may have been against you. You may find that if there were personal enemies of some sort, that maybe this action or this course of action could be helpful in dealing with them.
Just Sunny cleaning while we're doing a reading. Just ignore our Sunny cat. There we go. Yes, take him off camera. So why is this important? Is basically because yeah, the Ten of Swords. I think here that you could either improve conditions in your life right now or in some situation, or you could determine to just move on from them. You
It could be
know,
a reversal, even.
it's a reversal. Yeah. So you could just move on from them because that's often what the Ten of Swords has to say. Um, maybe there's been something that's really, I don't know if you've really been through a major thing or not. I mean, it's hard for me to say here. I want to see all these cards. This reading is kind of working for me and kind of not.
I get that. And this card's not going to help, maybe.
Oh, no.
It's also reversed. It's the reversed Three of Pentacles.
So where are things headed? Oh,
You might flip the script somehow. You might really,
flip what script? I mean, I'm trying to
well,
figure
the
this
Three of
out.
Pentacles is sort of like a plan, sort of like a game plan, sort of like following teamwork. And this might be saying you're not going to go with that. You're going to kind of undo it or
I will get to the reading, and I think I'm going to try to put it together better for you, Cherry, than we've been able to.
Carrie says she's been through a lot.
Have you? Oh boy. Well, it does look like it because, you've got some major thinking to do about a situation maybe that harmed you or your conditions in your life in some way. Whether it was materially, financially, whether it was with relationships, friendships, or family, something that caused some harm. But the thing is that you can recover some ground here, or you'll be able to finally move on from this. However, However, don't rely on others to be able to help you here. In other words, you're going to have to pick up the pieces of this on your own.
Something about family.
Ah,
And of course, that
it
Three of
could
Pentacles
be
could be talking
family.
about that.
It could be family. Right, because there's people who live or work together, people who, when it's upright, it's teamwork, it's like a family unit that works together, etc. But it's reversed now. And so, I can sense something here. You feel like in some way either your goals or your dreams were betrayed by someone or something, or you feel that somebody is betraying your heart, hurting your heart in some way. And now is the time to step back and think about how you move forward from this, because move forward you can.
Well, there may be more than one person specifically who just seems to be um, deceptive in a way that they feel they're righteous, but maybe what they want for you is not considerate of what your heart's feelings are for.
So I don't know if this old family drama is going to come up again or if this is something else. But um,
Look at the question.
be wary with your friends and, and what's going on, say, in the workplace with your relationships. Um, you have to really consider here moving forward from some hurt. And if it hasn't happened, it's could happen, and that's why I think the Two of Swords is here. You'll be stepping back and contemplating what's the best way to get through or beyond this.
Right. I mean, you want to know what you should be aware of that you don't know, but and it looks like just that you have to make maybe a final decision or decision of some sort to really create that boundary you're going to need between yourself and them or whatever this is.
Wow. Well, I don't know. If obviously you said what you need to know right now that you don't know. And I that's why I'm thinking this is probably something that's coming. So either some old wounds, related to family might resurrect again, come back to, into your life in some way, or this is something else. And
Right. It might feel that way because some of the factors are similar, closeness of people involved or something.
so good luck with this.
Good luck, Jerry.
The card said you need to know it, I guess. So
I hope that
I hope
resonated.
it works out for you. Good luck with that. It was kind of a difficult one.
That
We're on
was.
Nicole, our last reading.
All right. Funny how we stretched all things out. All right. Well, I can either do this one or you can.
Oh, I'd appreciate that. I'm going to be swapping out my decks soon, so
Do you have another creature deck that by Colony that you would
um,
use?
I don't have a Cullinane deck in here right now. No, I have the horse deck. I have the unfolding path, which is very pretty. And I'm thinking of moving that one.
You're
Oh, I have
welcome.
the Cyril Marchetti. I'm just double checking.
You're welcome.
Numinous. What's this last one? No. All right, I'll tell you what. I'm going to use the unfolding path. Just such a beautiful deck. And I'm thinking of moving that on because I'm going to be bringing out some of my fall decks. Dancing in the Dark Tarot's going to come back. And what is it called? The pumpkin one. I can't think of what it's called. Oh well. But anyway, the fall deck.
Oh, Jack-o'-lantern, right?
Jack o' lantern tarot. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I
All
like
right.
that one.
So Cherry's question, or Nicole's question, is when is Justin Allen O'Keefe going to contact?
Oh, it's a when.
What
Hmm.
was the other time when she asked about this person?
Okay.
When are they going to contact them?
Well,
All right.
here
Well,
we go.
hopefully we can come up with something.
I will probably have my enchanted creature one out here by Sunday. So beautiful and very, very deep. I'm hoping to do an unboxing of it too. That will help me familiar. I keep looking through the cards to try to get familiar with them. Some decks are more complicated than others. Some I can just take right out of the box and use. And this one, it's just so deep. I want to have a good look at it before I start using it. All right, Mr. O. Okay. Oh, yeah, the Seven of Wands upright. We have the Devil reversed. Hmm. And the Three of Wands upright.
I have this.
All right, well, wait. Do I want that?
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Fish. And guess who's back? Okay. So I think this win is a conditional win.
No, we're doing it right now, Nicole.
Yes. No, right, Nicole. We're doing it right now. So I think Justin will contact you when they feel they can be in charge. That's the Seven of Wands, when they can feel they have a vantage point of some sort. And maybe that involves not feeling like they're oppressed by their situation or that they're limited in some way, that they've actually freed certain bonds to give them this edge to stand above. And I realize you haven't seen them at all. So this is very personal to them, whatever that is. And finally, of course, the idea of when this opportunity looks feasible to them and they can catch it.
Well, I'm just on two minds on this one. I think it could go either way.
Okay,
That maybe he's not going to contact you.
well, tell us why. But that wasn't the question either.
It's when. And so, how about never?
Okay,
That's an answer. Sorry, Nicole. And I'm not saying never, but maybe he doesn't have any intention right now of contacting
well,
you.
why does that happen? Can you explain it? Because
Yeah,
I,
let's talk about it. I feel here that he's trying to regain some control in his life right now, and and maybe it's possible here he's trying to just exert his control over the situation by not contacting you. The devil reversed indicates to me liberation and freedom, which could mean he feels he's free now to explore Three of Wands, new adventures and new opportunities.
Nicole gives us some more information. So you guys
Wow,
feel that you are twin
that's
flames.
crazy. But if I were to go Mr. O's way and say it's possible, I would say he really has to kind of feel he's in a really comfortable spot to do so. Um, he needs to feel in control. It's interesting you mentioned jail and he's got the devil here. I got to say that
But he's out of
reversed
jail, and of course,
because that certainly would be, the card for that, getting out of jail, getting out of a place that
oh,
restricted and
pressure.
confined, the person. And he's ready to embark on, a new life again or getting his life back together again. And he finds joy right now in his freedom, in swimming free. Sometimes I have to look at the question being asked and trying to figure out how the Lenormand cards fit. So I'm going a little bit on a limb here by saying this, but I think he finds great joy in being free right now and liberated. And so it may take him a while to kind of get the upper hand on things that has happened to him in his life before he can set sail on, either getting back in touch with you again or moving on with his life.
I like that, and I like what you said also there. Um, so with the Lenormand, I don't know. Maybe the idea is that he really wants to be more viable. The idea of successful, the fish, and able to really be somebody more pleasant for you, more of a gift to you when he does finally get around to getting in touch with you. And I think it's like what I said when he feels the opportunity is right because he's moved himself ahead.
The fish swim in schools. So if he's very comfortable with the people, he's used to being around, including you, he will be back. He will be swimming with you. And, he wants to find joy in his life again. And I think being free, will help him do that. So let's try the timing cards again for you since you're the last reading here and see what they get.
Well, I hope something works out.
He may worry, this card too. When you look at the seven of wands, there is stress being in the position he's in right now. There may be people that are trying to bring him back down, or he's always going to be watching his back now because he probably never wants to go through that again if he's a good person. So, I think here that it's going to take some time.
We have a friend like that who they didn't have to go to jail, but they were ostracized by a community because their wife, their significant other, supposedly lied and said he was abusive to her, and supposedly it was a lie that she
And
just
she
lied.
was the bad person. Yeah. Boy, memories. Okay. Well, we got a huge time frame for you here, but don't feel bad. Don't feel bad yet.
Okay, so it's 6 months on the one hand. and 1 month. So it could be
Anywhere between 1 to 6 months, and I would err on closer to the month before maybe he connects with you. I hope it's less time. Maybe he'll do it within the month, but September. But I think the key is September, for sure. And maybe early October. Maybe 1 month has to go by. But hopefully it'll be sooner. If there's a way for you to reach out to them, I don't see why you shouldn't do it here. I don't see why you shouldn't do it. So I wish you luck with that.
good luck, Nicole.
Wish I could get something clearer, but the cards are a little bit fudgy. Good luck with that. But 1 month, that is not a bad sign. And I do think possibly it could be sooner. I mean, if what you say is true and he cares that deeply, even if he's scared, he's probably going to want to connect with people he trusts. So,
I know you'll
hopefully.
let us know what the developments are. All right.
All right, well, that's it.
No
Right,
show.
it's our show today. I guess we're ending just a little bit early. Do we have any, we don't have any
What
up
do
and
you-
coming shows per se, except I haven't talked to Mr. O about it yet, but I want to get an announcement out this weekend about a tarot talks next week, where I'll be doing a Zoom meeting with people who are interested in playing around with the tarot and having some conversation for about an hour. It'll be 2 days during the week, probably Wednesday and Friday. One will be more towards evening, and one will be more a daytime one, trying to catch people on their own schedules. So I'll be sending out invitations, but you have to RSVP, and I will determine,
You're welcome.
who gets to come. So I
You're welcome.
wish everybody a great week ahead. Thanks for coming today. It was a nice laid back show. We were able to give everybody some time for their readings. And boy, we had some positive news for those job seekers today. So
Good luck to
I wish
everybody.
them luck. Wish everybody luck. Kara, keep on drawing. You're amazing. And I will see you all next time. Bye bye for now.